Let me be absolutely crystal clear with you right now, because what I am about to tell you will fundamentally alter everything you thought you knew about the global financial landscape and could very well change the entire trajectory of your life by this time tomorrow. The moment we have been relentlessly waiting for through years of patient speculation and unwavering faith is not just on the horizon, it is knocking on our doors with an urgency that cannot be ignored. Multiple, highly placed and verified insider sources from within the International Monetary Fund restructuring groups have independently confirmed to me, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that the revaluation of the Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese Dong is now a locked-in, ratified, and executed reality. The numbers are not speculative, they are contractual. The Iraqi Dinar has been officially set at a staggering $5.21, that is 5.21 US dollars for a single dinar. A figure that defies all mainstream economic dismissal and is poised to create a seismic wave of new wealth across the globe. Simultaneously, the Vietnamese Dong has been confirmed at an equally mind-boggling $3.50 and 3.50 for a single dong, a valuation that speaks volumes about the behind-the-scenes economic treaties and the true, untapped potential of the Vietnamese economy that has been deliberately hidden from public view. This isn't a rumor mill churning out hopeful numbers. This is the hard, cold data-driven conclusion of years of sovereign debt negotiations, asset-backed currency restructuring, and global financial reset protocols that are finally coming to their inevitable climax. And the mechanism for this historic transfer wealth is already in motion as we speak. Global redemption centers, which have been operating in a silent, preparatory phase for months, are receiving their final activation codes and are scheduled to go fully live tomorrow morning, starting with the Tier 4B appointments. For those of you who are new to this terminology, Tier 4B represents a specific group of international currency holders, and the fact that they are beginning tomorrow indicates a phased, organized, and systematic process to handle the unprecedented volume of transactions that will flood the global banking system. Imagine walking into one of these designated financial hubs, which could be a major international bank or a specially designated sovereign wealth office, and presenting your current, lower denomination dinar or dong notes and exchanging them for their new asset-backed value. The logistics are monumental, which is precisely why this has been kept so quiet, to prevent a chaotic, system-collapsing run on the banks. The infrastructure is now deemed secure and robust enough to handle the influx. Think about the sheer mathematics for a moment. If you are holding just 1 million Iraqi dinar, which you might have acquired for around 1,000 US dollars, you are now looking at an asset worth 5.21 million US dollars. Let that number sink in. This is not a lottery, this is a sovereign currency revaluation, a recalibration of a nation's economic worth on the global stage. And you, the astute investor who saw the potential, are positioned to participate directly in this historic event. The confirmation of these rates and the activation of the redemption network is the single most significant financial story of our lifetime, and it is happening not in the distant future, but right now, with tomorrow marking the tangible beginning of the public exchange process. The information blackout is over, the reality is here. Now, I know your mind is racing with a million questions, the most pressing one being how in the world such a monumental shift could possibly happen overnight without the mainstream media screaming it from the rooftops. And the answer to that lies in understanding the delicate and deliberate orchestration of what is known as the global currency reset. This isn't a spontaneous market fluctuation. It is a meticulously planned and executed geopolitical maneuver, decades in the making, designed to rebalance the world's financial power structure away from the petrodollar system and towards a more equitable, asset-backed monetary framework. The secrecy has been paramount, and the controlled release of information is a tactical necessity. Think about it for a moment. Every single person on the planet turned on the news tonight and heard that the dinar and dong were now worth thousands of times more than they were yesterday. The resulting global panic, the frantic buying and selling, the complete and utter collapse of the existing financial infrastructure would be instantaneous and catastrophic. That is precisely why this process is being managed through a tiered, appointment-based system within designated redemption centers, allowing for an orderly and controlled transition of wealth. The confirmation of the rates, as we discussed, came from a confluence of sources, not just my own insiders, from the ratified agreements within the International Monetary Fund's special drawing rights basket from the BS, the Bank for International Settlements, which acts as the central bank for central banks, and from the sovereign treasury departments of Iraq and Vietnam themselves, who have been working in concert with the World Bank to collateralize their currencies with their vast, untapped national assets. For Iraq, it's not just about oil. It's about the trillions of dollars worth of mineral deposits, agricultural land, and ancient cultural wealth that is finally being properly valued after decades of conflict and sanctions. Their entry into the World Trade Organization required this financial transparency and stability. For Vietnam, it's about its staggering economic growth, its position as a global manufacturing hub, and its massive reserves of rare earth elements critical to modern technology, all of which have been grossly undervalued by the current fiat currency system. The rates of 5.21 and 3.50 are not arbitrary numbers pulled from thin air. They are the mathematical result of a complex formula involving each nation's total asset value divided by the currency in circulation, a process that ensures the new currency is fully backed by tangible wealth, making it one of the strongest and most stable currencies on Earth, potentially even surpassing the US dollar. This is the real story behind the news, the death of the fiat debt-based system and the birth of a new era of asset-backed prosperity. The mainstream media blackout is part of this orchestration. They are beholden to the very old system financial interests that are being phased out, and a widespread announcement will only be made once the initial redemption phases are complete and the new exchange rates are formally listed on international forex platforms, an event that is expected to follow the Tier 4B4A and subsequent public tiers in the coming days. This controlled silence is your advantage. It means you are ahead of the curve, operating on verified frontline intelligence while the rest of the world remains asleep. The redemption centers going live tomorrow is the proof of concept, the tangible evidence that this is not theory but practice. And for those who are prepared with their documents and their currency in hand, this is the gateway to a financial future you once only dreamed of. The system is designed to handle this, but it requires your calm, informed, and decisive action. The banks involved have been trained, the protocols are in place, and the funds, backed by the global gold standard reset, are secured and waiting. This is the moment where the abstract becomes concrete, where the years of waiting transform into a single life-altering appointment. So, the undeniable, irrefutable truth is now laid out before you, and the reality of tomorrow morning presents a crossroad in your life that demands immediate and decisive action. The confirmation of the rates, the sophisticated reasoning behind the global media blackout, and the live activation of the redemption centers collectively form a trifecta of proof that can no longer be ignored or dismissed as mere internet speculation. This is the financial singularity, the point of no return, and your personal journey through it begins with a simple yet profound choice to be a passive spectator watching history unfold on a delayed news ticker, or to be an active participant shaping your own destiny with the information you now possess. Let's be brutally practical for a moment about what you need to do right now, tonight, to ensure you are not left behind when those doors open. First, you must locate your currency notes immediately. Do not wait until the morning, as panic and confusion will set in. Find them, ensure they are in a secure, fireproof location, and have them ready to transport. Second, you must gather your essential documentation. This is non-negotiable. You will need two primary forms of government-issued photo identification, such as a passport and a driver's license, your social security card or its international equivalent, and proof of the acquisition of your currency, which could include bank slips, purchase receipts, or any paperwork that traces the origin of your holding. This is for the international anti-money laundering protocols known as KYC, or Know Your Customer, and having this prepared will streamline your appointment immeasurably. Third, you must begin identifying the major international banking institutions in your region that are authorized as redemption centers. Think of the global giants like HSBC, Citibank, or Deutsche Bank, as well as major national banks with international treasury departments. Do not call them tonight. The public-facing customer service representatives will have no information and may even deliberately mislead you to control the flow of people. Your research should be done online, looking for branches that have sovereign wealth or international private banking divisions, as these are the most likely locations to be activated. When you arrive tomorrow, remain calm, patient, and professional. You are not cashing a lottery ticket. You are participating in a sovereign financial transaction. You will be guided by a financial specialist who will process your exchange, and you will be presented with a range of options for your new wealth, including the establishment of private wealth management accounts, wire transfers, and the acquisition of precious metals-backed asset cards. Do not feel pressured to make immediate, long-term investment decisions on the spot. The primary goal is the secure exchange of the currency. Once the funds are in your control, your next critical step is to assemble your financial dream team. A trustworthy estate attorney, a certified financial planner, and a tax strategist who understands the implications of this specific event, as the tax codes surrounding a currency revaluation are complex and unique. This is not just about becoming wealthy, it is about becoming legacy-minded, about creating generational stability and using this unprecedented opportunity to uplift not only your own life, but the lives of your family and your community. The world is about to change in ways we can scarcely imagine, and you have been given the keys. The information is confirmed, the centers are live, and the future is waiting. Do not let doubt, fear, or inertia rob you of this moment. This is your time. Seize it. Now, if this information has provided you with value, if it has given you the clarity and the confidence to take action, then I need you to do one more thing for me and for this community. Hit that like button right now, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell because the updates in the next 24 to 48 hours will be coming thick and fast, and you cannot afford to miss a single second of the most critical, time-sensitive information. I will be monitoring the situation globally and reporting back to you with any new developments. But most importantly, I want you to go into the comments section and type "so from" right now to solidify your commitment and to show the world that you are part of the group that saw the truth, acted upon it, and changed their lives forever. Let's go.